Hello, AstroCurious, and welcome to the AstroCurious Weekly, your cosmic briefing for living life with a little more intention and a lot more sparkle. I'm your host, Joya, your favorite Sunday astro girl who reads the sky so you don't have to read 15 boring horoscopes looking for answers. Every week, I break down the astrology you actually need, the stuff that tells you when to push, when to chill, when to flirt, when to be bold, and when to simply let the universe do its thing. Grab your Google Calendar or your planner, your emotional support beverage, because we're diving into the week ahead. Monday, December the 1st, when love becomes an adventure. Monday opens the week with a real change of temperature, especially if you're a fire sign, because Venus steps into Sagittarius and suddenly everything feels lighter, brighter, and just a bit more exciting. The mood shifts from intensity, Venus in Scorpio, to possibility, when love becomes an adventure and not a riddle. This is the kind of day where your heart wants more space, more curiosity, more movement, and where connection feels better when it's honest, spontaneous, and a little playful. Venus in Sagittarius loves laughter that's therapeutic, conversations that open your world, friendships that feels like joy, not obligation, and love that involves exploration. So if you've been craving fresh energy in your relationships, romantic or otherwise, consider this your cosmic permission slip. It's also an excellent day for travel or simply planning a future trip, a weekend away, a new city you want to discover. Venus in Sagittarius reminds you that sometimes the best self-care is changing your scenery. If you can't open a plane today, do the next best thing. Explore your own world. Try a different cafe, a bookstore you've never been to, a part of town you always meant to wander through. Let yourself follow what lifts you. Most importantly, don't underestimate the power of laughing with people you love. It's the simplest, most authentic form of self-care this transit can offer, and it really works. Let's move on to Tuesday the 2nd, when intensity meets freedom. Today, Venus forms a sextile to Pluto, and the emotional temperature rises in a very intriguing way. Where yesterday brought lightness and curiosity, today adds depth, magnetism, and a spark of creative fire. And by the way, fire and air signs will probably feel this aspect the most. So if you're Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or also Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but everyone will get a little taste of the mood shift. What makes today interesting is the mix of intensity and freedom. So on one end, you want to feel something real, a connection, an idea, an emotion that actually moves you. On the other hand, you don't want anything that feels restrictive or heavy. So it's passion with space. It's depth without pressure. A come closer, but let me breathe kind of vibe. So in relationships, the energy is magnetic. If you're single, this can amplify attraction. The kind of attraction that starts with eye contact and a feeling you still can't quite name. And if you are in a relationship, it's a great day to reconnect in a way that feels fresh, honest, and a little daring, risque. From a creative perspective, Pluto lights a fuse. You might feel unusually inspired, focused, ready to experiment with something that feels powerful or emotionally charged. The theme of the day is intensity without losing your independence. It's your reminder that passion and freedom can actually coexist beautifully. Wednesday, the 3rd of December, it's cozy mode activated. Wednesday arrives with the moon in Taurus. So the entire day has that soft, slow, comforting vibe you didn't know you needed. Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, you will feel this most, but honestly, everyone gets a little nudge towards simplicity. This is not a power through your to-do list day. This is a stay home and finally let your nervous system exhale day. What Moon in Taurus loves: comfort, warmth, good food, familiar routines, soft clothes, slow mornings, and anything that feels like a hug for your senses. So if you've been running around since the week started, consider today your cosmic permission to chill, truly chill. Not the kind where your laptop is still open and you're relaxing with one eye on your inbox. The real kind. Think long baths, baking something just for the pleasure of it, blankets, candles, ambient lighting, Netflix, and actually chilling. A warm drink, you sleep slowly. Tell yourself, I don't need to be productive today. I don't need breakthroughs or revelation. I don't need to reinvent anything. I just need to feel good and my own space. So if you can work from home, do it. And if you can log off early, even better. And if you've been ignoring your need for rest, the Taurus moon will remind you that comfort is not a luxury. It's a requirement. Today's message is beautifully simple. Slow down, settle in, let yourself enjoy the weather from inside. Thursday, the 4th of December, is the Supermoon finale. Thursday brings a major moment, a full moon in Gemini. And it's not just any full moon, it's a supermoon. The last full moon of the year, arriving with a bright, bustling clarity that you can actually feel. So Gemini, Sagittarius, and Cancer will notice and feel this full moon the most. But actually, the supermoon has something for everyone. It's sharp, energetic, and charged with let's wrap this up energy. This is the moon that wants you to finish the chapter, not drag it into the next year. It's the cosmic clean out, the mental clearing, the emotional inbox zero. What to expect today? Conversations coming full circle. Hey, full moon. Decisions landing. Realization that change your next steps. A desire to declutter. Whether it's your mind, your life, your inbox, all of it. And a push to lighten your load, literally and metaphorically. Gemini full moons are all about movements, ideas, clarity, and closure. And because it's a supermoon, everything is amplified. The insight, the energy, the urge to say, okay, this needs to be completed now. It's also a great day for anything that feels like traveling lightly. Whether that's clearing out your space, finishing lingering tasks, announcing something you've been holding to, or simply choosing not to carry certain stories into 2026. So use this full moon at best for release distractions, finish projects, get honest about what's no longer relevant, and simplify your plans for the year ahead. This is the moon that helps you to close the open tabs in your life so that when the new year energy finally is, you're not holding a suitcase full of outdated scripts with you. So tonight will bring clarity, closure, and a clean mental wind. It's the final full circle moment of the year. Make it count. It's also a perfect day for ritual journaling and chanting. Phew! So full moon days are always quite heavy and intense. So you'll be happy to know that on Friday the 5th, you're getting a cosmic day off. On Friday, there absolutely nothing major is happening in the sky. No intense alignments, no emotional plot twists, no cosmic homework. It's one of those rare days in the year when the stars seems to take a breather, and honestly, you should too. After yesterday's supermoon and the emotional decluttering that is stirred up today is the perfect moment to pause, reset, and let everything settle. Use this day to slow down, take care of your body, decompress, tie up tiny loose ends, or simply, hear me out, do nothing at all. Think of it as a celestial quiet day. The universe today is on airplane mode. You don't need to make big decisions. You don't need to figure anything out. You don't even need to be particularly inspired. Just rest, absorb, let your nervous system realign itself. Maybe a little meditation if you're really feeling it. Today's energy is as simple as it gets. If the cosmos can take a day off, so can you. And finally, here comes the weekend. Saturday, December the 6th, says think big and dress up. Saturday comes in with a flourish thanks to Mercury trine Jupiter. The message is think big, live a little larger. This is expansive, optimistic, social energy. The kind of day where plans grow, moods lift, and saying yes feels a lot easier than saying no. So it's the perfect day for glitzy pre-Christmas parties and dinners, going out in style, maybe to the theater, buying gifts with a touch of generosity, fun days out with friends, and conversations that leave you inspired, not drained. Your ideas stretch further under this transit. You might find yourself dreaming about next year, planning trips, or suddenly seeing new possibilities where things felt limited before. Water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, will get an extra boost from this one. You might feel more confident speaking up, sharing your vision, or simply letting yourself be seen. This is not the day to play small or hide in the background. Put on something you feel good in, maybe sparkly. Step out and let yourself enjoy the bigger, brighter side of life. Today's motto, say yes to the invitation, the idea, the adventure. The sky is in a generous mood today. Meet it halfway. And now we're getting to Sunday, the 7th. Sunday brings a different tempo entirely. After yesterday's go big, dress up, live it up energy, today's Mercury trine Saturn delivers the opposite message in the most supportive way possible. This is the cosmic reminder to do less, buy less, and manage your resources wisely. Your money, your time, your energy, all of it benefits from a bit of thoughtful structure today. Think of this as your personal recalibration day. Perfect activities include reorganizing drawers and shelves. I know, not fun, but it's a good end of the year exercise. Sorting out paperwork. Yeah, I hear you. Reviewing your budget without fear. I know this doesn't really sound as a fun day, but it's going to be very useful. The stars are really supportive of this slow down, edit, reset. You can create some order in the chaos, and you can simplify anything that has gotten too complicated. And there is a satisfaction in putting things back in their place, cleaning space, feeling your brain exhale. In terms of spending, the stars are very clear. The only purchase truly allowed today is a great organizer for 2026. And yes, picking one you're genuinely excited to use is part of today's ritual. Mercury trine Saturn grounds you in reality, but in a productive, comforting way. No guilt, no overwhelm, no pressure. Just very sensible steps that make your life smoother. Today isn't glamorous as yesterday, but it's effective. A quiet, let's get our life together moment before the weeks begin again. Okay, AstroCurious, before we wrap, let's talk music because this week deserves its own soundtrack. The song of the week is Cold Moon by Solo Cave. It's an indie song, atmospheric, a little haunting in the best way, and I believe the perfect companion to the last supermoon of 2025 that we just experienced. There's something about this track that captures that in-between space we all been sitting in this week. Clarity of release, the quiet of reflection, the promise of the next chapter forming just under the surface. It's moody without being heavy, uplifting without being obvious. Exactly the kind of song you put on when you want to feel connected to something a little bigger, a little quieter, a little bit more cosmic. So give it a listen, whether you're tidying your space, out for a winter walk, or simply letting the week sink in. It's the perfect sonic send-off to a supermoon that wanted you to close the chapter properly. And that wraps up this week in the sky. A blend of adventure, depth, rest, release, and just enough sparkle to keep things interesting and festive. If this episode helped you plan, breathe, laugh, or simply feel a little bit more aligned, share it with your AstroCurious friends. There's someone in your circle that definitely needs the heads up about what's unfolding above. Thank you again for spending part of your week with me. Rest when the sky rests, lean in when the energy rises, stay curious in between, and I'll be back next Sunday with a fresh forecast. Until then, take good care.